Okay, so our first video reaction for the semester was by Dr. Michelle Hebel, and it was about modern discrimination and the subtle but significance. So also this video was taken, I think it said in 2013, so I feel like a lot of the information is still relevant, but at the same time I feel like times have changed and different issues have arisen. So in this video, she talks about the gender issues, and she also explains that discrimination is based on different things, like the gender issues, racial issues. She brought up, like, obesity versus being skinny, the LGBTQ plus issues. She also talked about just about all the different types of discrimination, age, all of them. And then she talked about how discrimination, like questioning, isn't a thing of the past. A big thing that she talked about was the formal discrimination versus the interpersonal communication, interpersonal discrimination, and what discrimination exists. So she did a study and had her students go into a store, and they had to ask about job availability. Both of them had two different hats on. One had a Texan proud hat, and one had a gay and proud hat. And after doing the study, the formal discrimination found that the job availability, permission to complete application, job callback, permission to use bathroom, and then the interpersonal discrimination was the interaction length, how it was shorter, the word count, the personal negativity, and the coded negativity. So formal discrimination is flat out saying, I don't like you because you're black, or you really think you're going to get that job, you're a woman. Where interpersonal discrimination is acting rude towards the person, not making eye contact, being shorter with them, just being negative in general. And the results from this test was that interpersonal discrimination is still alive, which I also think in 2020 that it is definitely still alive. She also did a study where she had a girl go in with, like, a fat suit on, I believe, and then went in skinny, and they found interpersonal discrimination with that as well, where the when she was obese, they were more rude, less eye contact, and just more negative in general, where the skinnier person was given more interactions, they were friendlier, they were nicer, they helped more. Subtle discrimination may be worse, and the speaker talks about this because when it is a subtle discrimination, you're just being unfriendly and you're making rude remarks, and you're making the person almost feel alienated or feel like they don't fit in, and that makes them question themselves. Like, if you were to be rude to me, I would be like, is it because I'm tall? Is it because I'm a girl? Is it because I'm this ethnicity? Where with the formal discrimination, you're just flat out saying your problem. Delaney, I don't like you because you're a girl. Okay, I know that you're being rude to me because I'm a girl, not because you think I'm fat, or because you think I'm ugly, or because you think that I have something wrong with me. You just have your opinion, which is wrong, but have your opinion on that. The speaker also talks about how with gender, women are being handicapped by things that are being said. For example, people have said, like, an example that the speaker talked about was that if somebody was to say that the woman is kind and kind-hearted versus that man is capable, that lowers how the woman is viewed, which handicaps them. And she also explains how performance is worse with interpersonal discrimination because of the fact that they just don't feel welcome and you're just being rude. Before I talk about her ways to help resolve it, I feel like I learned a lot from this video because I personally have a very diverse family. I have a brother and sister who were adopted from Guatemala. My first cousins are biracial. I have an aunt who is a part of the LGBTQ community. So I have witnessed a lot of discrimination. I have witnessed while being in Cincinnati at an ice cream shop, the lady asking my mom if my brother was bothering her and my mom having to say, "That's my son." I've witnessed people give weird looks to my aunt because she doesn't look like what a feminine girl should look like. I have witnessed the struggle that my cousins have gone through, especially now with the whole Black Lives Matter problem. And I think that because I grew up in a family where everybody was accepted and seeing how people are treated, I have a very good friend who his family says comments that I was raised where I would never say in a million years. And I think that that is like a big reason why I want to go into human resources when I grow up, because I want everybody to be able to be treated equally and feel welcome in an environment. And I think that's how I could carry it into the workplace. But the speaker talks about how we are what can help reduce interpersonal discrimination. Because I honestly believe that sometimes people don't even realize that they're doing it. They just subconsciously do it because that's what they were around and that's what they think is okay. She talks about how we have to stand up for the injustices, promote a safe place, and identify and promote accountability. Just like I said, sometimes people subconsciously might not realize what they're doing, and to hold them accountable may help them. For example, I know somebody who said white privilege isn't a thing, and instead of letting it go, and instead of fighting and being aggressive, I just held them accountable and explained to them why they shouldn't say that, and even though their opinion is allowed, why I think that they should not say that. Or I have an older person that I know who will say the N-word, and that is not socially acceptable. So instead of screaming at them, you hold them accountable and explain to them why it is not okay. Overall, I feel like I learned a lot from this video, and I think it is good information that I can take into the workplace and even use throughout life.